Today, I want to talk to the 22% of women who are now following me. Yeah, that number has risen from 6% 5 months ago to 22% now. Ladies, welcome. Ladies, I want you to listen to this woman who's in her mid-50s. Never been married, right? She's never been married. Think about that. She's beautiful for a 54-year-old, but she has never been able to compromise with a man. And I'm going to use that word compromise because this is the essence of what this video is about. This is a teaching moment for you ladies. Ladies, I want you guys to start looking at removing this one word from your vocabulary. Settling. That word is the word that is keeping the majority of you single. A man settles every single time he picks a woman, because the man that you want has to make more money than you, has to be stronger than you, have to be taller than you, and essentially you want a man who has everything above you. That means that he is settling for you because you have less than him. So when I say to you, a man is settling every single time he chooses a woman, that's what I'm talking about. Or you're going to deny that, of course, because your ego can't get over the fact that the man is actually settling. So when you look at relationships, you have to understand that there is compromise. I want you to remove the word settling and start using the word compromise. So before we get into this, guys, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscription button if you haven't been here before, just so that this algorithm can help push the video a little further for me. That's all I ask of you guys. Even if you don't subscribe, at least hit the like button, okay? And of course, listen, if you want to ask me a few questions, you know, this is Ask an Older Man. Get me over on Instagram, the same name, Ask an Older Man, and you can send me a voice message and I will respond in kind. I love sending voice messages, all right? But if you need a longer session with me where you need a mentor or you need to get something off your chest, then find me over on askanolderman.com and book a session with me. It's very inexpensive. I literally want to make it very inexpensive so that I can talk to more and more men and women. All right? It's literally the cost of going out for a coffee. Yeah, but you're paying for the coffee. So listen, guys, let's get into this video. So here's this 54-year-old woman explaining to you how to handle being single in your 50s.
Good morning. Whew, I'm tired today. There was a party in my neighborhood and the music was thumping all night long. So I didn't sleep, but I still got up and I'm just about to head into the woods for a run. But I wanted to speak to the ladies who are single and are struggling with it right now. I too am single. I'm 54 years old. I've never had children. I've never been married. And it's not for a lack of trying. You know, the latter half had to be married.
If you reach 54 and you've never been married and you wanted to be married, but you've never found the right person, that's a you problem. This is a woman who's difficult to get along with. No man has been able to say, yeah, I'll put up with your bullshit. I could see that she was beautiful in her younger days. Gorgeous. Probably suffered from pretty privilege and she left it until it was too late, until no man that she wanted her. So I'm sure the word settle is going to come up soon. Haven't listened to it yet.
Just never found the right person and I'm not willing to settle, and it's not about being picky.
There we go. I'm not willing to settle. What does that mean? It means that you're not willing to compromise. You want everything from a man, but you're not willing to give him anything. The word settle means that I am not willing to compromise. And what is the essential thing that is required in any relationship? Compromise. You give me something, I give you something. I know that you're not perfect. You should know I'm not perfect. We compromise. That's it. That stupid idea, ladies, that you keep putting out there, I'm not settling, it's kept her ass single all her life.
It's not about being picky. It's about ensuring that I'm happy and the other person.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Life isn't about happiness. Life is about duty, responsibility, and what you can provide back to your society. That's it. This idea you gotta be happy. Ladies, just answer this one question. Which men do you think that are in marriages that are happy, but yet they stay? Yes, 20% of the time, men will leave. But that 80% of the time, they stay. It is the woman who leaves. And you know that 20% of the time men leave? I can assure you that it has become so unbearable that he's willing to give up everything.
She was probably, I'm sorry, can you stop breathing so loud, honey? He's like, breathe quietly.
Everything. He will pay whatever cost it is. Because men pay the cost when they leave marriages. Men pay. Men pay financially. Not only emotionally and all that other stuff, but they pay financially. Because men are usually the breadwinners. But men aren't happy in marriages. He stays because duty and responsibility. He understands these things. But it can become so unbearable when he knows that he's now torturing himself that he has to get out. But that only happens 20% of the time. Most of the time, men are not happy, my dear.
Is happy too. But there are many days that I am very lonely. Very lonely. I wish I could hold somebody's hand. I wish there was somebody that I could walk in the forest with and just talk about life and dreams and all those fun things and experience sunsets and hikes and mountains and cool stuff. But just because I don't have somebody in my life doesn't mean that I'm not going to enjoy my life to the fullest. So here's my advice.
Hear what she said. Just because I don't have that in my life doesn't mean I'm not happy. Now I want you guys to reverse it where you're with a man. What are you going to say when you're in a relationship? The same exact bloody thing. But at least you have someone to hold your hand, walk in the forest with. But you know what? Sometimes you're not happy. But all I'm trying to tell you is you can reverse the roles. Either way, are you going to still get the same emotional results when you're with someone or you're without someone? In other words, your happiness is up to you. But when you have someone, you get someone to share the bills. You get someone to share all the work, the physical part. That part is huge for anybody's life. You get to have kids. You get to reproduce your own DNA. That part is huge. You're going to have shit in your relationship, yes. But what you get in return on this side far outweighs your unhappiness on this side. Versus being alone and having none of this stuff, you're going to still have the unhappiness. You get my point? But what do you have on this side? Nothing. Zilch. Nada. Yeah, you can go to trips. You can go out in the woods on your own. You can force the happiness down on yourself. You can still enjoy yourself. But you know what? There's nothing more beautiful than sharing that experience with someone. Imagine seeing the most amazing things in the world and you have no one to share it with versus having someone to share it with. You see my point? And all it takes for her, even at her age right now, compromise. Take that freaking word out of your mouth, settling, compromise. Because either way, you're compromising your loneliness at this point. Oh, it gets really lonely. It gets really lonely. She's downplaying it, and they got the music in the background that makes it sound like, oh, it's okay. No, loneliness is freaking horrible. It's just as horrible, or even worse, than actually having a few miserable days with a person because you're angry that he didn't freaking put his laundry in the proper place. Or he went out with the boys at night and didn't come home on time. or he shouted at you because you did something or whatever, that loneliness that you're feeling literally does not make up for compromise that you have to put up with another human being. So it blows my mind that women just have this idea that they just got to be happy. Duty, responsibility, and purpose. You have to have a life purpose to be happy, whether you're in a relationship or out of a relationship. Men's purpose are different from females' purposes. Female's purpose, her only purpose, different from a man, is to bear a child. If you don't bear a child within the time period that nature gave you to do that, you will be unhappy because your purpose would have left you. Men know that his purpose is to protect and provide, and he has to do that early in his days. I hope you guys are understanding this and you're getting some good knowledge from this, because these are the things that a lot of women are ignoring. Let's finish this up with what she has to say.
If you are somebody who is single and you're struggling, especially for the midlife ladies, because I know a lot of you are getting divorced right now and you're going through changes, and I know that cannot be easy. My gosh, I know it cannot be easy.
You hear that? I know a lot of you are going through divorces right now. Why is it that she is preempting that women in their 40s and 50s are going through a divorce at her age? Isn't that bizarre? That women actually see that, oh, that in my 40s and 50s, this is my exit. This is when I come out of a marriage. Think about that shit. In other words, women just have this idea. And this is Western women, by the way. I don't get this. I don't see this in any other culture. Any other culture, women are digging in deeper with their claws to stay in their marriage. In the West, oh, I'm in my 50s. I got to enjoy the rest of my life. Doing what? With who? Don't get it. Blows my mind.
This is what I suggest that you do. Have gratitude for the things that you do have in your life. Have gratitude for the morning that you wake up and you get to have your cup of coffee and you get to literally decide what your day is going to be like. You get to choose what your day is going to be like. Have gratitude for everything.
Listen to that shit. Have gratitude. You know what? At 54, my wife has 2 teenage daughters. At 54, this woman is saying that's what you should have gratitude for. Why can't you have gratitude with that, with a man? Yeah, I'm not denying that you should have gratitude because this is the situation that you're in. But the point I'm trying to get across, ladies, is that you don't leave your husband, break up your family, just so you can have gratitude to having a coffee on your own. How the hell does that make sense? And I know the coffee is a metaphor, but usually by 54, the kids are on the kids don't need you anymore. You know, my wife wakes up in the morning on a weekend. She grabs her cup of coffee in the weekend. She goes and sits in the corner. She reads her book. She relaxes. My 2 teenage daughters will sleep till around 10. They wake up, morning, mommy. They go to the kitchen. They make their own bloody breakfast. My wife don't have to move. I've already gotten up, gone and done my walk, done all of my, because I'm a early morning guy. I'm a 4:30 a.m. guy. I've done all of my shit. I come home from the gym, give her a kiss. How's it going, babes? You good? Everything all right? Everything okay? Yeah, just relaxing, just having a coffee. Cool. I go upstairs, take my shower. I do my thing. If she has something to say, she give me a call. I come down, or I do. Or if I have something I need to say or something to do, boom, I ask her. That, my friends, is what life should be like. The 2 teenage daughters, they get up, they want to go and talk to mommy, and they talk to daddy, we're good. I give them a few chores, make sure that they stay focused. Perfect life. She will stay in one room, I will stay in the next room. When she needs me, I'm there. When I need her, she's there. I get excited about something on social media. I send it to her. I can hear her laughing in the other room. She will call back to me, oh, that was funny, ha ha ha. I'll go in, we'll have a conversation about it, right? It might lead to a further conversation, but I get to have her there as a discussion, and she does it vice versa. As opposed to, oh, you send your friends a freaking video, you don't get a response until 2-3 days later, and then what? See the difference, guys? Let's finish what she said.
That is wonderful and positive in your life. Something as simple as you get to drive in your car wherever you need to go.
My wife does that now. Don't get why she thinks that that's a big thing because you don't have a partner.
You get to move your body. You get to experience the sunset by yourselves. You get to make a healthy dinner.
My wife goes to the gym on her own. She goes for a run outside all by herself. She comes home to a family.
Healthy dinner for yourself.
We have a helper that cooks for us because there's dual income. We got enough money to get someone to cook for us and clean. See how this works?
You are the most important thing in your life. And when you start to...
No, you're not. You're not the most important thing in your life. Family is the most important thing in your life. Okay? Duty and responsibility, purpose. This is a selfish Western attitude. You have to stop that. When you stop becoming useful to society or to your family, then, only then, can you say, all right, it's all about me. And usually, others will help you as well. Because we are a village. We're not individuals.
love your life just as you are, there's a greater chance that somebody special is going to walk into it. So, if you are
that special person should have walked into it 30 years ago. The chances of a 54-year-old woman having a great relationship with a man right now is slim to none. Because if you haven't compromised with a man at this age, you're pretty much doomed.
struggling, that is my advice for you, is to truly enjoy your life to the fullest. Because after all, it is your life, and having somebody in your life is the icing on the cake. It is not the cake. So I hope that helps in some small way. And I'm sending a hug to you. Okay, bye.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. And listen, I'm not being condescending. She is sending out a positive message to women, but this is the problem, is that women just get pacified and they get served this Kool-Aid. I don't know if you young generation would understand what the Kool-Aid is, but in case you don't know, being served the Kool-Aid can have two different references. Kool-Aid is literally just sugar. It's sweet, tastes good, but it's bad for you. So being served the Kool-Aid is just a metaphor for you to understand that women just keep listening to all of this crap instead of making a concerted effort of going out, finding someone and compromising with that individual. Not settling, compromising with that individual. That's what I'm saying to you.